Police tried to arrest innocent black women, then she flashed her CIA badge. She was just walking to her car. No crime, no reason for suspicion, just a confident black woman in a professional suit, carrying coffee. But within minutes, 3 officers had her surrounded. Accused. Yelled at. Grabbed. The situation escalated fast. But just as things looked like they were spiraling out of control, she reached into her blazer pocket. And when she pulled out that badge, those cops froze. What happened next was not only unexpected, it was a lesson that changed the entire police department. If you believe stories like this need to be heard, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Janelle Rivers was used to pressure. As a covert operative with the CIA's Domestic Operations Division, she'd operated in some of the most dangerous environments in the world. She had navigated tense standoffs in Eastern Europe, disrupted trafficking rings in South America, and outmaneuvered corrupt officials from the inside. But on this particular morning, she wasn't undercover. She was just Janelle, a 34-year-old black woman, dressed in business attire, heading to her temporary DC assignment from the hotel across the street. She picked up her regular order from the corner cafe, black coffee, no sugar, and walked across the quiet parking lot. It was sunny. Peaceful. She was scrolling through her phone, preparing for a meeting on national cybersecurity. Then came the shouts. "Hey! Stop right there! Hands where we can see them!" She looked up, confused. 2 police officers were charging at her, weapons unholstered, expressions hard. Janelle froze. "Excuse me," she asked, bewildered. "Drop the bag." "Turn around, now," barked one of them. Janelle blinked, her training kicking in. She scanned her surroundings, hotel staff staring, bystanders pulling out phones, tension rising. She kept calm, but inside she was boiling. The officers didn't explain. They claimed a suspect had been reported, a suspicious black woman allegedly seen tampering with cars. No concrete details. No confirmation. Just skin color and proximity. Janelle tried to speak, to ask what this was about. But the younger officer, visibly nervous, cut her off. "Stop talking. Turn around." She sighed. "You're making a mistake." The older officer approached, hand still near his holster. "You fit the description. Don't make this harder." Her instincts screamed. Her training urged restraint. "Sir," she said slowly, "I'm a federal employee. I'm on my way to a classified briefing." That only made things worse. "Oh yeah," the officer scoffed. "Got some fake badge you bought online too?" The second officer grabbed her by the wrist. Gasps from the crowd. A hotel manager approached hesitantly. "Officers, she's a regular here. Are you sure this is?" "Stay back," they snapped. Janelle stared at the manager, then slowly reached into her inside pocket. "Hands up! Don't you move!" they shouted, now truly agitated. But it was too late. She pulled it out. A black leather case. Embossed with gold. Inside, an official CIA identification badge. The air went silent. Everything changed in an instant. The older officer blinked twice. What is that?" The younger one's mouth hung open. "This some kind of joke?" Janelle raised an eyebrow, deadly calm. "Do you think I'm joking?" She flipped open the badge holder again. It was real. And they knew it. She added, "I suggest you call your precinct captain. Ask for a confirmation protocol." One of them fumbled for his radio. She continued, voice cool. "You just detained a federal intelligence officer on U.S. soil without cause, without Miranda rights, and in front of multiple civilian witnesses. That includes hotel surveillance. Your body cams. Also recording." The older cop looked like he'd seen a ghost. Within 3 minutes, a supervisor arrived, face pale and panicked. "Agent Rivers, ma'am, I am so sorry." More officers arrived. The energy shifted completely. Suddenly the officers who had shouted and grabbed her were quiet. Apologetic. But Janelle wasn't done. She leaned toward them and said, "Do you know how many times I've risked my life to protect this country while people like you assume the worst of me just because of how I look?" They had no answer. The hotel surveillance footage went viral by noon. Janelle hadn't even posted it. Someone else had. with the caption, "She's a CIA agent." And they still treated her like a suspect. Within hours, the story exploded. Hashtag Respect Black Women trended nationwide. News outlets ran headlines like, CIA agent wrongfully detained by DC police, department under fire, the police department scrambled to contain the damage. The two officers were placed under internal review. But Janelle was already meeting with city officials. The mayor's office issued a statement. The chief of police personally called Janelle to apologize. She didn't demand money. She didn't go on a media tour. Instead, she requested something different. "I want those officers and your entire department to undergo federal-level implicit bias training. I'll help you set it up." She made her point not by punishing, but by leading. In the weeks that followed, Janelle became a quiet symbol of grace under fire. She wasn't looking for attention. She had work to do, important work. But everywhere she went now, someone would stop her and say, "Thank you." Or, "You changed how I see things." The police department implemented reforms, real ones. They invited outside oversight. Training programs expanded citywide. But more than that, the story of what happened in that parking lot stuck. Because it wasn't just about a mistaken identity. It was about a nation that still judged people by skin before credentials. A system where power didn't always protect, but presence did. And Janelle's presence had shattered assumptions. Not just for the officers, but for everyone watching.